Hello. So today, good day, this January 11th, meaningful moments, 365 days, and hugging is what I wanted to share as far as a meaningful moment. So hugging has been an integral part of my own life experience. It's always had a connection with whomever the receiving end of that hug is, or that exchange is really more about the connection. And it's interesting because there was a moment when I was in my travels, and I believe it was in St. Louis in a park. There was some big festival going on, and there were people out there with signs saying free hugs. And my kids were with me, and they were kind of thinking, oh, that's kind of strange, Mom. But I totally got it. And it was a beautiful thing because there were all kinds of people that were around exchanging that hug. And there's more to it than what some people would believe, like, oh, it's just kind of an emotional response, or people that are more sentimental or more sensitive, or all those kinds of things. It's really a powerful exchange of energy from heart to heart. So, when this whole thing with the pandemic came down and we were, being more mindful of those kinds of exchanges, it led me to thinking. And then I just had a situation that happened a couple of days ago. And it reminded me of previous times and how powerful that hug is. And it made me think of other thoughts about hugging. But the idea was that, we have these different encounters in life and experiences. Sometimes people that we're close to, relationships, our spouses, our kids, our friends, sisters, brothers, parents, whoever they might be. And sometimes we have a difference in a thinking, or in a way that something's happening, and it's kind of spilling over into our lives because we're connected in some way. And that moment, that the feeling of peace comes in, and that resonation of that is the most important part, and that love is what binds you and connects you, and then everything else kind of falls away and you hug. That moment is very significant and meaningful on many different levels. But let's just take it from the level of wanting to exchange energy with someone else, the warmth of the soul experience from one to the other. It's just a really beautiful moment that we get to share. And over the course of life, we may or may not do it. Some of us have had experience, like in my culture and my background, hugging was a really normal thing, but for other people, it might not be. And it may be something that, for whatever life circumstances, we don't have someone to hug with. And then one day when I was doing yoga, there was a practice of self-love, and this idea of just embracing and hugging yourself, apart from it being a really great stretch. And that is a really strong moment of working with the energy in yourself and just embracing the fullness of who you are. And that is also so meaningful within the idea of hugging. And then I thought, well, let's just take this a step further. And that's where those other ideas started coming in. And I thought, I love hugging a tree. I am one of those tree huggers. And I take care of my plants in my home. And sometimes I put my arms around them and hold them. And I've felt that time and time again, whether it's been a plant or an animal that's maybe not been feeling well, feeling a little under the weather, or a child, and we take them and we hold them, or whomever it might be, whatever life form it might be, and just holding it and hugging, and how powerful that is. And for every moment that we feel vulnerable, and that moment where we not only feel the compassion for another, but it's really underneath that all, it's that love and that warmth, but it is an energy that goes out and around that continuing flow of life. And so for you today, wherever you are, may you find your furry friend, your beautiful tree, a loved one, a dear friend, someone, a connection, but even more so with yourself. May you hug every part, with every part of your being, and share in that meaningful moment. Blessings. My hug to you.